Welcome back. I'm your host, Sci-Fi Master, World of Warship Legends. Hey, look at that. We still have a Tier 8. The Minnesota. US of A, Minnesota. Let's do a walkthrough, shall we? Let's take a look-see. Let's do boost. Why not? Let's do top tier. Why not do top tier? Got the flags. Why not do top tier? Flag. New flag. Pan American Heritage. Camouflage. Does it come with permit? Not obtained. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Red, white, and blue. How's that look? Ooh. Anything else? Revolutionary. Santa. And Union Jack. No, we'll keep it red, white, and blue. Alright, so there's upgrades. We'll come back to upgrades. Loadout. HE armor piercing. Infinite damage control. 3 repair parties. 3 enhanced secondary targets. And catapult fighters. Catapult fighters. Spotting or leave catapult fighters right now. All right, the survivability is 85%. Well, that's pretty good. 85% is that's definitely above average. Armor is 19 to 457. Hit points is 69,500 with a base. Torpedo damage reduction by 40% and fire resistant 40%. So that's nice. Main battery is 81 right off the bat. So 4x3, 460 millimeters. Main battery firing range is 16.6. Reload time is 34 seconds. Main turret speed is 45 seconds. That sucks. That is awful. We are definitely going to have to do something about that. All right. 8 cheese shells is 5,700. 36% chance of causing fire, so that's nice. And 12.8 on armor piercing, so that's nice. That is definitely nice. I like that. All right, secondary armament, 8x2, 127 millimeters, firing range 5 clicks. All right, we'll see. See if we can get that up there. 1800 with 5% chance of fire. Air defense, 83%. I like that. 8x2, 127 millimeters at 5 clicks. 16x2, 40 millimeters at 3.5, and 37 by 1, 20 millimeters at 2 clicks. Ooh, as you get closer, more damage. Yeah, the damage is outstanding. Maneuverability very slow, 23%. Maximum speed 23 knots, 700 meters for the turn. Turn rudder is, oh my gosh, oh that is awful. That is awful. Spin up. Oh my gosh. I'm originally from Minnesota, but man, concealment is 31. That's awful. Also 15.2. Oh my gosh, that is this. That is this. That is this. I like this. Don't like that. All right, well, I guess you got to give and take on that. So stats got nothing. Armor. Let's take a look at the pretty armor. See where we're going here. All right, fore and aft. Oh, that's okay. I like that. So that's not too bad. Fore and aft belts. Yeah. So high end there. 30, 50. That's low. All right. And torpedo protection. 38. Where's that? Is that right at the water line? Torpedo protection right at the water line. Okay. And of course, superstructure 19. 203 for the officer area. Okay. And case smell. Again, like I said, I wish we could go underwater just to get a better. See, no, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. All right, at the water line. So just above the water line, we're okay. And of course, the guns. Heavy mounted. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, the most is on the front. Nice. And then auxiliary room. Ooh, that's... So waterline is good. Above the auxiliary is bad. Very bad. That's awful. And the vital ship parts. Citadel. I can't see. It looks like this is, where's that at? Is that very low? Okay, that's okay. So that would be, I guess, deep water torps maybe. And on top is bad. And medium range. Okay. All right. Overview. Agile above average to change direction. Really? I didn't see that in the stats, in the specs. Gun. Absolutely. High number of guns allows a lot of damage from a single salvo. Really? Okay. Below average maximum movement speed. Okay, yeah. Minnesota's interwar battleship design variant for underwent in-depth modernization in the 1940s, which significantly reinforced her torpedo protection and AA armament. Okay, that I agree with what I saw on the armor and the specs. So I agree with that. Year of design 1943. All right, so I agree with that part. I agree with that part. I agree with it being slow, but the agile and gun ability, I don't know if I agree with that. I, I don't know. All right, let's. All right. Secondaries, no. As much as I want to. Yeah, those would be great if I get extras on that, but we got to. We gotta do that. We gotta reduce that 45 seconds. What is it now? Main battery 45 seconds is now 37. Okay. All right. And next is rudder shift speed up. Rudder shift or speed up. Damage control. Fire. See, damage control would be nice. That would be nice. Trying to stay comfy in my chair while I do this. Speed up or turn. Man, I'm thinking turning. Speed up, spool up. Spool up is. Let's go turning. Let's go turning. And main battery dispersion. Reduction of detectable range and spotting range. So I'm thinking dispersion. Let's get those shells on target in one area and really frack them up. All right, and the last one, main batteries dispersion. Ooh, I like that. And secondary battery reload time, that'd be nice. That would be nice also. Wish we could get to main battery reload time. 34 seconds to main battery traverse speed. Dispersion. Gotta go with the dispersion. Gotta go with the dispersion. Alright, take a look-see now. Survivability still 85%. Main battery is 81. 16.6. Turn is now down to 37. And when we get a commander, see nothing there, nothing there. And rudder shift. 23 to 17. Okay, that's much better. That's much better. Of course, the concealment is so that is with the 4.5% camouflage that we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do a permanent camouflage. Assign commander. All right, who we got? We got Stormbreaker, Cannoneer, grappling die bags on second thought. Ooh, fight fire with fire, Mr. Lee. That one, the new crisscross. Second thought. Ooh, and Mr. Dewey. All right, let's take a look at Mr. Lee. I just wanna make sure what's he got. Okay, fire duration. Ooh, control. Matt, that's nice. That is nice. Risk of catching fire minus 8% on top of the minus 40%. And reload. Extras may better range minus 10%. What's this? Battleship traverse speed. Nope. XL. And our main battery reload time, range, shell grouping. Ooh, that's nice. hit per tier. Grouping. Okay. See, I like that. Maybe I should put grouping. See, I think that's great. Battery range plus 8%. Shell grouping plus 5%. Risk of catching fire 13%, but we're at minus 40. So minus 27. And traverse speed, AP damage, maximum battle speed. I think I have to change that. And I think that's going to work overall better. And dispersion, battery range, fire ability. And do we have anything? Can we do this? Is this? Oh, why not? It's Mr. Sims. So all right. Battery range, reload time. Let's go with Mr. Borg there. Okay, let's take a look. See now. Dun, dun, dun. Specs. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Holy smokes! All right, yeah. That's what fire resistance, 40 to 32. That's fine. That's okay. That's acceptable. Main battery. Holy crap! 16.1 to 18.5. Reload time is now 32 seconds. Turn is from 45 to 28. Oh my god, that is killer. That is killer. And shot is up a little bit, but that's all right. And HE is no change. And armor piercing no change. Secondary is no change. AA no change. Maneuverability, still that. And range by C. Okay. Okay. This is excellent. That is excellent. And everything else is a standard. Okay. Well. Other than the other things going on, uh, I think Mr. Bourne in Stormbreaker there is the good choice on this. So until round one and round two, until then, wow, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. Let's hope we don't frack it up in those rounds. All right. So until then, take care, have fun. We'll see you on the next. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I am out.